Now let's get into the heart of the analysis of the topic at hand, which is ski areas in Colorado. Why do the ski areas across Colorado have the spatial pattern that they do? You might begin by asking the students, where do you think the ski areas in Colorado are located? And why do they have that sort of spatial pattern to them? What factors are important consideration in the location of ski areas? How many of those factors have a geographic component? Turns out that quite a few of them do. So, one thing that's powerful with the GIS is ask the students to hypothesize before you start turning on layers of information. Where do you think the ski areas in Colorado are? Are they in the eastern part of the state, the western part? What influence does the Continental Divide have? So if they understand that the Continental Divide is a high area that divides two major drainage systems to the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans respectively, then they will understand that the Continental Divide is a high place. Ski areas, because they're dependent on snow and snowpack remaining throughout the spring, they need to be in areas that are high, because areas that are high tend to be cooler in temperature, thereby letting the snowpack persist for longer periods in the spring, thereby letting the ski area open longer. So if we turn off these rivers that we had on in the last segment here, and let's turn off highways, now we just have the Continental Divide. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the ski area. So here is the data set that we have. Let's take a look at the I part of GIS, the attribute table. We've been looking at the G part so far, but as you may recall from the first segment, the geographic information systems is three parts. It's the G part, which is the map. The I part is the information behind the map, which is a spreadsheet. And the S part brings the G part and the I part together. So if I click on a piece of a ski area on the map, it would show up here in the table. Conversely, if I click on the map or on the table, it would show up on the map. So let me do that. If I clicked on this one, and then if I said zoom to it, they would zoom me right to that particular ski area. Okay? So, and that happens to be Keystone. I see it in the table as Keystone. I see it on the map as Keystone Ski Area. Okay, let's take a look at the broader pattern again. As you can see, let's take a look at how about the shaded relief of the state. As we toggle on and off the shaded relief of the state, I can see that most of the ski areas look pretty close to the Continental Divide. What I'm going to do in the next segment here is I'm going to investigate that more fully with a quantitative measure of how many ski areas are within X distance of the Continental Divide. But for right now, let's just take a look at the pattern generally. Yeah, let me turn on the counties of Colorado here. And I'm going to change the symbology of the counties, because right now I've got the counties as clear. In other words, they're on top of the shaded relief. But if I just want to see the counties, right now they're clear, so I don't see them. So what I need to do is just go ahead and change the symbol here. Right now it's as hollow with a white outline. Let's say I want those as olive in color. Let's go ahead and just change that. And now I see the counties in olive and the Continental Divide. And as I zoom in, I see that, yeah, most of those ski areas are close to the Continental Divide. Interesting. Why is that? So tie in the discussion that you had earlier about weather patterns, about climate, about elevation, and relationship to the Continental Divide, to the location of ski areas.